Hey guys, it is January favorites time, and I don't have tons of stuff to talk about, but I said in a favorites video a couple of months ago that I'm going to just film them anyways, and we'll see what happens each month. So I have 4 beauty products and a couple of non-beauty favorites, so let's get into it. The first beauty favorite is a skincare item that Alex and I are both actually using, and it's going a very long way for being such a small container. It is the First Aid Beauty's Face Cleanser, and it is a very gentle cleanser for sensitive skin, or if you're just doing it in the morning like we are. We just keep it in our shower and use it while we're showering, and then we'll do moisturizer and all that stuff afterward. But it's just such a nice, classic face wash that doesn't irritate your skin. It feels clean after you use it, and a little goes a long way. Like I said, Alex and I are both using this, and it's lasted such a long time for such a small package. Winter is definitely here in Michigan in full force, so my skin is like constantly crying out for moisture, and it feels like a cracked desert tundra thing. It's awful. Like, it's literally the worst. And so the Soap & Glory's Daily Smooth Body Butter is the only thing keeping my skin from cracking off into a billion pieces and me just being muscle. Honestly, this is so good at hydrating and being super moisturizing. The smell is okay. I'm not crazy about it, but I don't hate it either. So it's definitely one that you may not enjoy. It's an interesting scent. I'm not good at defining and describing scents, so I'm not gonna try, but it's definitely one you should give a whiff if you're around it. I know that Soap & Glory is kind of hard to find in the United States. Chrissy Lily actually sent this over to me, so sorry about that, but it's actually really, really good product. I will probably use something else once this runs out because it is so hard to find. I'm not like obsessed with it to the point that I will import it from the UK or anything, but it's a really good product if you can get your hands on it. This next product Influenster sent me. If you don't know what Influencer is, it's kind of like a review site where you put in all of your information, what you're into, your involvement in sports and how much you like makeup and that kind of thing, and you will be like entered into surveys, and then you fill out a survey and it determines if you're going to be part of a campaign, and then they send you products to review, talk about, see what you think, and you fill out surveys afterwards. So it's kind of like, I guess, a market research site where they send you stuff. So super awesome if you want to go check it out. There'll be a link in the description. And I've been signed up for quite a few years. Alex was the one that introduced me to it. And every now and again, they'll email me to be like, hey, you want to be a part of this survey? Well, they won't specifically email me. I'll get a general email for a survey to see if I make it into the cut, just like you guys would. And I got into a Marc Jacobs mascara. The word is campaign. The word is campaign. A Marc Jacobs campaign for this Velvet Noir like major volume mascara. And so I got it and I've used it, and it's actually so amazing. And I'm kind of annoyed that it's good because I'm such a big supporter of drugstore mascara. I think it's one of those beauty products that you don't need to spend a lot of money on. But lately, I've been wrong, and I've been really enjoying higher end mascaras, and I feel like such a fraud, but this one is so good. I'm wearing it today, and I applied my makeup like 4 or 5 hours ago, and I still think it's very pigmented. It's keeping my curl. It looks great on the lashes, and it separates them while giving them volume and length, which is what you really want in a mascara. At least that's everything that I could ask for. So if you are into high-end mascaras and want to give it a shot, the packaging is also really cool. And it makes for really easy blog photography because it just lays flat. That's something that one would not usually think about when making a beauty purchase, but it does get annoying when you always have like lipstick tubes rolling all over the place. But now I'm rambling, so you should check this mascara out, or at least see what it's all about in store before you decide to make the plunge into purchasing it, because I know I hate when mascaras are expensive, and here I am talking about one. My last beauty favorite is a lip product by Too Faced. It's the Melted Metal Liquid Lipstick and Melted Metallic Macaroon. And I got this in a 4 set for Christmas. And I really like how it's not my traditional color. I'm trying really hard to get past just your basic mauve, neutral, natural looking lip. Today I'm wearing something a little bit more darker than I usually would go, and this is one that I've been trying to wear a little bit more as well. It's quite pigmented and quite fuchsia pink, so I like to dab it very lightly on my lips so it kind of sets into a lighter stain that lasts a lot longer. Plus it's not like all in your face. So it's really good product. I love these liquid lipsticks. They do dry a little funny depending on which color you get. So not all of the colors in the line dry the same or wear the same. So just keep that in mind if you're looking into them. They don't always wear very similarly. Sometimes it balls up on me, but it's also if my lips are super dry. Putting a stain or something that dries matte just makes it worse. So make sure your lips are moisturized. That's what I'm saying. And check these out if you haven't. On to non-beauty favorites, and I have a couple of random things. The first is this Corgi calendar that Alex gave me, and I just put it on my beauty desk and it just tells you what day it is. But isn't it the cutest? And each month is a different type of Corgi, so this one's like black and white. We're really considering getting a Corgi when we move, but we obviously haven't moved yet, so it's just us wistfully thinking about how wonderful it would be to have a little stumpy Corgi running around, and this calendar kind of helps to ease the pain of not having one. My next favorite is a book, and I haven't read an actual novel in too long, longer than I want to admit, so I was really excited during the vacation around Christmas time into January to actually be able to read, and I read The Girl on the Train, which is actually becoming a movie, and I had no idea when I started reading this. I just heard that this was pretty good. It actually was really good, but it did get a little long at the end. So it's basically about two women who don't know each other, but their lives kind of become intertwined, and it's definitely a suspense novel with no love story whatsoever. It's just a suspense novel and mystery, and near the end you kind of just want him to spit it out. You know who the traitor is or the bad guy is before they're willing to tell you, which annoys me. I either want to be completely blindsided or it to be just like, there it is, it's finally here. But this kind of just leaked out as it went along. You got enough clues that you just could tell who it was, but they didn't actually own up to it until later, if that makes sense. But I really enjoyed it, and it made me fall back in love with reading. I never fell out of love with it, I just didn't do it. So hopefully I can keep reading. So if you have any good book recommendations or any ones that you've been enjoying, leave them in the comments so I can have some ideas, because I've been out of the book loop. I don't know what's good right now, so definitely help me out in the comments. My final favorite is an Erin Condren product, and I feel like it isn't a favorite video if I don't talk about something planner related, and this is their 12-month on the go calendar that I've actually been using for blog content scheduling, and it's basically what I've been waiting for. It works so well, and I love that I can fit it in with my regular planner. And I showed you guys this in my planner update that went up last week, I think, or 2 weeks ago. So definitely go check that out if you want to see a little bit more in-depth look at how I'm using this for content planning. But I use just sticky notes and little Erin Condren stickers to mark blog posts, and it's super nice that I have a whole separate monthly calendar for this while still being able to use my monthly calendar and my Erin Condren for actual like events and stuff. So that is it. Those are my January favorites. Let me know in the comments those book recommendations and also your favorites for the month of January. Any new beauty products you've been enjoying, any good books, any cool planning supplies, all that stuff. Throw it in the comments. But that's going to be it for today's video. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!